Thanks for tuning in to No Sight, No Problem TV. Today we are going to be installing a set of rear dual action leaf springs on a 2016 EZGO RXV. And the reason I am doing that is for this. This cart has a rear flip seat kit installed. And they come factory with one single leaf spring. And they don't have enough. When you start hauling passengers on the back, it's too much weight. So the back end of the cart wants to sit too low to the ground. The body rubs on the tires. And when I install these kits at my shop, I will not do it unless the customer has us install the dual action rear leaf springs. They're meant for holding a lot of weight, and they also give the cart a lot more stability and better ride. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to do it, and it's a very simple process. Literally the whole job takes a 15mm socket and a 15mm wrench. We'll do the whole thing. I will walk you through the steps really quick before I begin. We're going to start by removing the rear shock bottom bolts and hardware, and then I'm going to remove the spring bolts and the front and rear. And we always change one side at a time, then we'll take out the U-bolts. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, let's see. Oh no, oh, that's just enough for it, look at that. What I do is I lift the shock up out of the hole, and then I will put the hardware back on the bottom of it, just so nothing gets lost, nothing rolls away, like so. And then we just take the bottom nut here and just kind of put it on finger tight, just like that. Yes, I do have the back end of the cart supported with jack stands. I have a jack under the rear end hub, so when I take this spring out, it doesn't just fall out. It doesn't fall and hit the ground or break anything. It has a nut on the inside of the spring, which I just put my wrench on, and I will come in here and put the socket on right there. Out just like so. Well, that came apart too easy. That almost scares me when it happens like that. Again, just personal preference. I put the nut back on the bolt and just kind of set it down here on the mat. There we go. Okay, let's kind of put all that there. Actually, where's my... Okay, so the back of the spring is unhooked, the shock is unhooked. Now we'll come and take the front bolt out of the spring. Let's see if I can reach up in here. Oh yeah, put that open and wrench there. And again, we'll put the that. We'll see how easy this bolt wants to. Okay, and the front spring bolt is out as well, just like the back. I'm going to put the nut back on the bolt so we don't lose it. Put it down by the jack stand, the wrench, and we'll come in here and get the U-bolts off. Normally I'll do this up on a lift, but it is being occupied at the moment. So this is what we have to work with. And there are 4 bolts here for the U-bolts. I'm going to have to reposition that jack, it looks like. Yes, some of them can be a little stubborn, like this one is being, of course. And we're just using a 1/4-inch drive impact gun, so sometimes I'm gonna have to get a ratchet. Let's see if we can get this one out. I apologize, I didn't mean to get you there, Pam.
That's alright.
Oops, damn it.
Gotta go the right way for it to come off.
Man, it might help a little bit. I got this wheel. Alright, had to lubricate that one bolt, so let me find my gun. Finish getting this bad boy apart. Alright, here we go. Let's see.
Well, that was much easier.
Yes.
After you had to strain for about 10 minutes trying to get the rusty bolt off of there,
Hey.
or the nut off of the bolt.
Sometimes you just need a little lubrication. And I don't mean KY. Okay, now that's all the bolts out. Okay, so this is what a factory leaf spring looks like. It's just one leaf. That's it. And just for reference, you can see the hole for the front here is large. And when it goes to the back of the cart, it's much smaller. So that's how you know front from back.
Front from what?
Back.
I thought you said brack.
Back. It's hot
Breaking
out
by
here.
my back.
It's hot out here. In full disclosure to my customers, I'm sorry if I'm a little sidetracked today. I had an appointment this morning and found out that I have skin cancer. So they took a biopsy and I'll have some results in a week or so. We know it's going to require some surgery. So that's why I'm not so chatty today. Kind of have a lot on my mind. But work must go on. Just thought you guys would like to know why I'm a little quiet.
You want to hold it up like you did the other, though? That makes it a little bit... There you go.
So this is what's called a dual action leaf spring. You can see it has 2 leaves. The main leaf spring is on the top, the secondary one on the bottom, and that just gives the cart a lot more stability and also can support passengers riding in the rear. So we'll set this up here to show you guys how the bushings go in.
Or the case of beer that I think he plans on putting back in his cooler that's
Hey.
underneath his back seat kit.
Don't be hating on the beer.
No, I'm just saying, if you wanted the extra weight of the case of beer in the cooler that's underneath his type of seat kit, it'll hold that extra weight
That is true.
with the ice and the beer.
That is true. All right. So sometimes these require lubrication, but let's just see how easy they go together. Oh yeah, see, this don't need lube. Okay, so I showed you the hole earlier. So basically you have 3 parts here. You have 2 bushings, like this. And you have a sleeve that goes in the middle of those. So what you do is put the one in the bottom, the one in the top, and put that right through there, just like that. Now the other one, I won't put it in until I get it underneath the cart so they're not falling out and I'm not fighting with them. But this is how I like to do it. So I'll go to the cart, I will install the front first, and then the rear, and then we'll bolt the rear end back up to it. Let's see here. Let's just kind of get that out of the way for a minute. All right, now we'll come in here, so. All right. Oh yeah, I like it when a plan comes together. Now. All right, I'll put my bolt. There we go. All right, the front bolt is in. Get some bushings for the rear. Okay. And what I tell everybody too is when you put these back together, do not crank anything down until everything is in place. If not, you'll be fighting yourself and you'll be calling guys like me up going, why won't it go together? And put the bushing in there, put the bushing in. Whoops, maybe. There we go. We'll put there, and it is in. So, and there's the old set of bushings there. I just gotta find my bolt.
I think your bolt is right here at the back, underneath it. I think this is the one you're looking for.
Oh, yeah.
Right where you left it?
See,
so you didn't lose it?
We all need a good assistant. I knew it was there. I was just checking. So we'll take this here now, and we will put it inside the rear shackles, maybe. There we go.
When it in and out and it doesn't fit, use a hammer or in the palm of your hand.
Something like that.
Oop, you're right there. Bingo! Actually, the inside looks like it might need to go up a notch when you put the bolt in, just so you know.
You know, having a home wife and a work wife sometimes is like pulling teeth.
I told him he could fire me.
Nah, can't fire a good thing. Okay, where did I put that nut now?
I don't know if this is, I don't think that's it, is it?
Yep, that's
it was? Okay.
Okay. Okay, so the spring is in. It's not tight, like I said, just hand tight. So now what's really important here is there is a nipple that sticks up off of the leaf spring. Yes, I said nipple. We have to make sure that that is lined up perfectly. That way it keeps the rear end centered. So there we go. Okay, yep, that's it. There. Now you bolts come back in. Just like that. Okay. And then this bottom plate here will go just like I like my back today. There we go. And that is not lined up right. Why? There we go. Perfect. Just like that. Alright, now we'll start our nuts here so nothing falls apart on us. There we go. Okay. There we go. And okay. Okay, let's tighten this joker up. Alright, that goes there. There we go, Mojo. You always, and I always like to kitty corner the bolts as I'm tightening. There's that one. There's that one. Alright, I believe that all just popped in place. That looks pretty to me. Yeah, I kind of like it. Let me put my shock bolt on here. We can go ahead and both take that jack out of here too now. We're good there. Can you pull that out there for me, please? Why, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Much appreciated. We will tighten up the rear spring bolt first. Put the 15mm wrench on the inside and put this on the outside. And that's nice and tight. Come up here to the front. And then we'll put that 15mm wrench on the inside there. And that side is done. Why don't you show them the difference, Pam, with the cart together, with the new dual action spring on this side and the single spring on the other, so they can see what it looks like.
And that's the single one that is going to be next to be changed over.
We're off to the second one now. Take this shock bolt off, just like the other side, maybe. Just like before, we will remove the hardware and just put it back on the shock so we don't lose anything. There we go. Okay. Okay. This bolt wants to be kind of difficult for us to do. There we go. Okay. Alright. There, that's alright, spring bolts are now out. And let's see if we can get the new bolts out of this side. You sucker. Lord have mercy. Sorry, folks. Hope you can do some editing here, Pam. Really. Thank you.
PB Blaster.
Oh, this stuff works excellent when you got bolts that are rusty or want to be a little difficult. All right. Let's see here now. This will do. Oh, much better. Much better. Hopefully we can get. Telling you, it's better than KY. Just saying. Okay, there's that one. this way. Okay. All right, now we're putting the bushings in spring number 2. There. Now let's just see, out of curiosity, if the fronts will go in and stay in. Sometimes they will, sometimes they won't. Yeah, okay, let's just put this up first. Okay, there. All right, that's in. All right, that spring is loaded, baby. Yeah, let's go install this bad boy. Maybe. There we go. Okay, the front spring is in with the bolt in place and the nut on there. Well, thank you, Heidi.
He doesn't know my name's not Heidi. Let's not tell him.
Okay.
So he can't yell at me when something goes wrong.
It's funny. Nothing goes wrong around here. This is a perfect shop. This is made for TV. And the rear bolt is in place. Putting the nut on now. Okay, so the rear spring, the new leaf spring is in place. And as stated above, we don't tighten anything until everything is in place. So now, as I said before, we need to line up this dowel pin with the plate on this rear end, so everything goes together nice and pretty like. Let's see here. Just like that. Wow. That's pretty awesome sauce.
Whoa, back up. I think something went wrong, because it went right.
I know, right? Watch out, I'm gonna slide this check towards you a little bit.
Alright. I got it.
There, don't go too far, I'll need it. Alright, now, put the U-bolts back in place. Just like that.
Back. Straight up towards, okay, towards the inside of the cart.
Hold on a minute.
Keep going.
You guys can make fun of me looking for stuff because I do it all the time.
And he'll go right around it.
If you can't make fun of yourself, then you're not having any fun.
Excuse me.
Alright, I'm going to put the plate at the bottom here. And you shouldn't have to force anything. Everything should just kind of, there we go, just like that. Everything should just kind of fall in place. So I'm going to start these nuts here. Right. There we go. Okay. All of the U-bolts have been successfully started, which is kind of scary. 1/4-inch drive Mac impact gun. I've had it for years and I use it on almost everything every day. Yes, air tools are convenient because they never die, but it's really nice to not have to drag your air hose around with you unless you absolutely have to. Okay, Yep, come up a little bit, please. One more. One more. Okay, that's good. Again, you want to tighten up your U-bolts in a cross pattern. Just like that. That's a beautiful thing, I tell you. That's a beautiful thing. Oh, shoot. There we go. Okay. Okay, the U-bolts are tight. All right, we'll go ahead and do the front. There's that one. All right, let's tighten up these tires. We can be done for the day. Come on, cooperate. Okay, and that job is complete. Thank you so much for tuning in to NSNP TV. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more upcoming videos. Thank you for all of your continued support.